These days we use our phones for everything. It's incredible the amount of information we're able to access from the small devices we hold in the palm of our hands. Did you know that the iPhone has some really nifty built-in features that can help us tremendously when we're faced with an emergency situation? If you're not aware of these capabilities, I might just blow your mind today. Today's topic is a wonderful example of how technology can be used for the greater good. Hi, I'm Kate Huffnagel. After working 25 years in high-tech fields like software development, big data, and artificial intelligence, I started my own business because I wanted to put my technical know-how to use so that everyone can benefit. By the end of today's video, you'll learn a couple of settings to ensure your phone can take care of you if you ever find yourself in a pickle or an emergency situation. So, you ready to get started? If you don't already have your phone, now would be a great time to get it. As we go along today, I'm going to split my screen into two so that you can follow along not only with me, but also see me access the areas of my phone, including the settings I'm going to talk about. Given the sheer number of settings on iPhones today, I'm expecting some of you may not know where to find some things, and sharing my phone screen hopefully will make it easier for you. All right, here we go. Today's topic relates to emergencies and security. I know these topics aren't very sexy or glamorous, and no one wants to talk about doomsday or emergency situations. But with so much of our lives available in our hands now, it's pretty much imperative that we set up our phone so that it can work for us in an emergency situation rather than against us. Let's start with emergency contacts. Remember back in the day we would add those letters ICE in case of emergency to someone's name in our contact list? Well, we don't have to do that anymore. Today, we can set emergency contacts very easily through our contacts list. Let me show you how. So first, we're going to open up our phone. We're going to go into our contacts, and then we are going to scroll and look for the individual that we want to make our emergency contact. So I'm going to search for my muchacho. I'm going to then scroll all the way down to his contact card, and I'm going to click Add to Emergency Contacts. I'm then going to be prompted with all of the phone numbers that I have stored for him, and I'm going to select the number that I want to be the primary number associated with him being my emergency contact. Now, once I do that, my phone then prompts me and says, okay, tell us, what is your relationship with muchacho? So I click spouse, and there we go. We're done. Easy peasy, simple as that. So now you have an emergency contact specified. Congratulations. Now, if someone encounters you while you're experiencing an emergency situation and they come across your phone, they're going to be able to call your emergency contact and alert them to what's going on. And they're not going to have access to anything else on your phone. Don't believe me? I encourage you to give it a try yourself. Or better yet, give your phone to someone the next time you see them and ask them to try and access your emergency contact without you giving them the password to your phone. They're going to attempt to unlock your phone, and when they do, they will see emergency pop up in the lower left corner. Then they'll be able to touch medical ID, which will open up the medical identification information that you have saved to your phone, which includes your emergency contact and their phone number and their relationship to you. They will be able to use your phone to call your emergency contact. They will not be able to do anything else with your phone. It's brilliant, isn't it? So designating an emergency contact or three will serve you well when someone else, like a paramedic, comes across and is trying to offer you aid, maybe when you've been in a car accident. So I know it's not fun to talk about these scenarios, but now someone who means the world to you will be able to be contacted if something were to happen to you. Now, what if you find yourself in a situation where you need help, but you're not quite physically able to make a call? Maybe you're home alone, you slip and injure your back, and your phone lands a couple of inches away. Thankfully, you're able to maybe scooch over and grab your phone, but you might be in a position where you're not able to actually bend your arm to use your phone. You have any idea what you might do in this scenario? Well, we're going to talk about Emergency SOS. Apple launched this nifty Emergency SOS feature not all that long ago, maybe in the last year. So let's go ahead and let's go find where that setting is located. So we're going to go to our phones, we're going to open up settings, and we're going to scroll until we come across Emergency SOS. And we're going to click that, touch that. Now, you're first presented with something that's called Call with Hold. And as you can see reading the description, what Apple is trying to tell you, if you choose to have this feature turned on, is that in that situation where you've fallen, but you can't bend your arm is pinned somehow, or maybe unfortunately you've broken it, Call with Hold states that if I happen to press the side button and the volume button, and I hold them for 5 seconds, my phone will start a countdown and then will call emergency services. How awesome is that? Now, if we look at the setting below that called Call with 5 presses, what that is saying, if you have that turned on, is if you can reach the side button on your phone and you press that very quickly 5 times, that also will call emergency services. These are two great features to think about turning on. And again, it is your personal preference. I happen to think that they are great features, so I do have them turned on for myself. Underneath these two features, you'll see the emergency contacts that I have specified, which is terrific. And if you scroll down a little bit further, you'll see what's called countdown sound. I happen to have that turned on. Having countdown sound on means that once the emergency SOS feature has been activated with either my 5 presses or holding those 2 buttons for 5 seconds, an audible warning sound is going to be emitted from my phone. Now, given your life and or living situations, you may not want to have that countdown sound turned on, but I'm choosing to have it turned on. But that is what that is for. So congratulations, you have set up your phone to work for you in an emergency situation. Before I wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. Having an emergency contact in your phone is terrific. It truly is. But what if something really does happen to you? Does someone else have full access to your phone? Meaning, does someone have the password to your phone? Have you had your spouse, your partner, your sibling, your adult child, your executor, have you programmed their face or their fingerprint into your phone? I don't have my muchacho's work colleague's contact information, and I don't even have his best buddy's phone number. But I do have full access to his phone. I hope you'll noodle on that question, as that is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to organizing your digital devices and your digital assets. And yes, I do help individuals and families organize their digital lives so that they don't have to spend 570 hours wrangling and settling an estate. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you'll let me know in the comments below how this video impacted you. And if you know anyone else who needs help wrangling their phone or their digital estate, please send them my way. I'd love to help them. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.